Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. And fans, it is movie time. That's right, guys. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but of course, when does Mike Spider Slayer ever have time to watch movies? Very rare. But for Christmas, I got boom, Man of Steel. Now, I'm probably one of the last comic book fans to probably really watch this movie. So everyone's probably thinking, good Lord, Mike, where have you been? Why haven't you seen this? It's just, guys, I got two kids, two jobs. You guys know the story. Time. I don't have much time to do much of anything. And when I do, it's making these videos right here. But this morning, I sat there, took it out, said, you know what? I'm going to take the couple hours to sit there and watch this movie. And, there's a lot of people that don't like this movie, and there's a lot of people that do like this movie. And so I wanted to watch it and see where I stood on the things and see what you guys thought of my opinion on this particular movie. So, with that being said, let's get started with the review. All right, so we got Man of Steel here, okay? I'm 38 years old. I've watched all of the Superman past movies, Superman Returns, all the Christopher Reeve movies. I've seen them all, and I've been waiting for a good Superman movie for a very long time. And I can honestly say, as a movie, this is it. This is the Superman movie, for me at least, that I've been waiting for. Now, not saying that it is a perfect movie. The movie does have its flaws. The movie stars Henry Cavill. He obviously plays Clark Kent. Amy Adams is Lois Lane. Michael Shannon is General Zod, who, by the way, I thought Michael Shannon was phenomenal. I thought he was a great General Zod, very convincing on how he wants to protect his people, how he was bred to protect Krypton. I thought it was awesome. I thought Diane Lane was an excellent um, I'm sorry, Martha Kent. I thought she was really great. And, Russell Crowe, I never thought Russell Crowe would ever play Jor-El in my life, but I thought he did well also. And the one person that stood out for me, and I can't say her name right, I don't know, is Anche Trow. She played for Aurora L, and she was awesome on all the battle scenes that she did. But I thought that the acting here was really, really well done. The guy from Law and Order played in this too. And his name was, let's see if I can find it, Christopher Meloni. I know he played in Law and Order, so I watched that show a lot, and I thought he did really well in this movie also. So I thought that the acting in this movie was very well done, in my opinion. Now um, for Henry Cavill as a Clark Kent, I thought maybe he was a little dry, maybe a little bit too serious, and maybe that's where we're going with Clark these days. But he was a good, Superman, wanted to protect his people, do whatever he could for Lois. I thought he was pretty good. Amy Adams, this is where the downfall was. As a Lois Lane, I didn't feel she made a very convincing Lois Lane. She was more of like an innocent bystander, if anything, in the actual movie. It just happened to be, wherever she was, there was Superman to come and save the day, and I thought that was very generic like. Um, Kevin Costner as Pa Kent, I thought it was fantastic. I thought he made a good Pa Kent. I thought it was awesome. His morals were there. He taught Clark how to be the man that he is, how to protect his secret in a way. And I thought that the movie was very touching at times. In the beginning, I thought, oh, are we not going to get any of an origin story of how Clark became Superman? But they did these flashbacks when they showed Kevin Costner as the father, and him rescuing things, rescuing people and whatnot. And I thought it was very well done. And they inserted those moments just perfectly. I thought that when you wanted to learn a little bit more about the upbringing of Clark Kent. I thought it was well done. He couldn't control his powers. People thought that he was a freak, and and then they brought you back to the movie, and then you got into the movie, and they brought you back to a flashback, and I thought that was very well done, very original compared to all these other stories where we see the origin tale and then the story take place. So I thought that was very well done. Um, it was touching to see how, Pa Kent died. Now, not the same as the classic Christopher Reeve movies, but it was done in a touching way. His father wanted to protect him on who he was. Um, Lots of stuff to talk about here. I thought that the beginning of the movie, when it was about Krypton, I thought was very well done too. As a person that's never really saw Krypton for what it was in the big screen, I thought they did it right. I thought they showed the planet. It was nice to see the people, and it was nice to see what the planet looked like, and then its demise and its blow up. I love the little Easter eggs that they showed in there with the oil tanker blowing up that said LexCorp. Um, you know, Again, certain parts were generic with the Lois Lane, with the whole end of the world aspect reminded me a lot of Independence Day with the ship in the middle destroying the Earth and things like that. And if you're a classic Superman fan, this is a lot darker from what you're used to. Uh, but it was a very entertaining, action-packed summer blockbuster movie. What can you expect in this time of the year? I was hoping for a little bit more humor from Henry Cavill as a Clark Kent, and you never really saw it. But when it was there, it was kind of welcomed. And you know, and I was kind of disappointed that you didn't really get to see any kryptonite or any Daily Planet stuff really, and then you get to see it at the very end, and you're thinking, well, maybe in the next movie, this is where the Clark Kent that we know comes back, and the whole Daily Planet thing comes back. But already, as we're getting to see, future glimpses of the next movie, we get to see Batman and Wonder Woman. So are we going to really see Clark Kent for who he is in this new Superman adaptation? So in my end result, I thought this movie was very entertaining. It had its, um, cheese whiz factors, typical blockbuster type of things. And, instead of I think we should learn to embrace the character because this is the best Superman movie that's been out for a while instead of the character's demise. I think there's a lot more positives in this movie than there are negatives. Hardcore Superman fans might be upset at the actual ending of this movie where Superman kills General Zod. But after watching this movie, and I know Superman doesn't kill, but after watching this movie, I felt that he truly did not have a choice. It was either the sacrifice of mankind or General Zod, who was going to destroy everything that there was. So I felt that Clark made the right decision in the end, even though he was forced to do it, and he felt remorse, and that was for sure. So in the end, I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought this was a very entertaining movie. It did have its, little plot holes and things like that. And I'm looking forward to the next movie. So guys, there you have it. There is my review on the Man of Steel. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. And guys, please leave me your feedback down below because it's the first time I watched this movie and I want to hear your guys' opinions on this. So guys, thank you very much for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0, and I'll see you on the next comic book review. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.